Oh, friends. So here we are. This is the start of our Thrive 2021 challenge. And I'm feeling this right now. I'm re-recording this video because even though I just recorded it 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago, it feels like things are even more challenging than what I originally described in the welcome video for this challenge. So I want to tell you what happened to me a few months ago when I was putting together the content for this challenge. You know, if you've been around here for a while, we do a challenge focused on the theme of thrive every year at the beginning of the year in the Coaching and Challenge program. Part of our routine, we do it every year. When I was working on putting this together, it felt wrong to me to do the theme of thrive. It felt like it was asking too much of us to expect you to thrive in this really crazy, intense season of all of our lives. I know you guys. You know I know you. I know many of you are battling really serious health things yourself or taking care of loved ones who are battling serious health things. I know that we have healthcare workers and government workers and frontline workers and parents who are home with their kids trying to do their work and school their kids. I know many of you have just been really dealing with difficult, demanding seasons. And I didn't want to place a burden on you that when I was first thinking about it felt impossible. Like, I don't want to ask them to do this right now. I just want to help them survive. But as I've also told you before, that I have been feeling it for the last few months of 2020, that I am supposed to, I chose my word for 2021 months before the year began. And that word that I chose was paradox, because I want to notice when I have really strong feelings and really strong thoughts and just invite myself to explore the idea of nuance when I see myself doing that. So when I felt everything in me saying, I cannot ask them to try to thrive right now, I said, oh wait, I'm having a really strong reaction. Where can I find the nuance? What can I do to look at this situation from a different perspective? And then the idea of exploring the theme of thriving in the midst of uncertainty came to me. And what I decided was that we needed to bring nuance to the word thrive. Here's what it means to me, and I want to encourage you, and I'm going to help you in the Sunday Mindset practices to explore this for yourself. But what I've been thinking so much about are the things that I used to think that meant thriving. So I used to think it meant that you feel alive and vibrant and so happy. But I'm inviting myself to explore, and all of us to explore, the idea that maybe thriving means noticing what we're actually feeling and being present to our current emotions and our ability to hold more than one emotion at the same time. Another thing that thriving has often meant for me is that I'm productive and feeling like I'm in the state of flow and I'm getting so much stuff done. But what I'm inviting us to explore is the idea that maybe thriving means to notice, to have the ability to notice what we should be asking of ourselves, given the current circumstances around us, given the demands that are on us. What if thriving means that we are able to respond to hard and difficult and challenging things by slowing down, by easing up on ourselves, by giving ourselves rest? Another thing that thriving has always meant to me is that I feel energetic and pain-free and really great in my body. But what if thriving means instead that I notice the signals in my body, even the signals of fatigue or pain or discomfort, and that I have the tools to respond to those signals? What if thriving means something different than I've ever thought it meant before? Something that's bigger and holds more reality and truth and compassion and grace. You know that one of my favorite sayings is, the harder something is, the more it requires my softness. I think there's something about thriving in that for all of us to explore. So that's what we're going to do together over the next 6 weeks. I want to tell you about all the little pieces that are a part of this challenge, but I want to remind you, as I always do, this is true about the challenges, and this is true about the entire coaching and challenge program. You guys know there's so much stuff in there. You do not need to do everything that's in this challenge. My goal is that whatever it takes for you to meet your own definition of thriving in the next 6 weeks, in the midst of whatever is happening in your life, is available to you. And since we have hundreds of women in this program, I need to make a ton of stuff in here. And I have considered everything I know about you guys when I've put all of the components or ingredients in this challenge. I believe, and you know I'm all about adding things if something you need isn't there, but I believe everything that you need is here, and you're not supposed to do all of it. You don't need all of this stuff. Okay, so let me tell you what's in here. I'm going to tell you when or what might be going on for you that you want to prioritize this stuff. And then we're going to meet every Sunday night, as we always do. Remember, I am your personal trainer. I am your cheerleader, your motivator, but you have to check in with me and tell me what's going on. So you got to send me a message and say, I feel overwhelmed. I'm not sure what I should focus on this week, or this is what's happening. Can you give me a specific plan? You know, that's exactly what I want to do on those Sunday night chats. So I'm going to give you overview right now, and then we'll work Sunday nights to work through any hesitation you have or any areas that you need clarity. All right. So the first thing, the two most important things, let me do the two most important things first. The Sunday night chats. I hear over and over and over again from you guys that making time for these, and if you can't join us live on Sunday nights, that's totally fine. Usually within a couple of hours, the video is uploaded and there's a video and an audio component of it. So you can listen to it on your morning walk or your drive to work or while you're doing laundry or any other thing like that as well. But it gives you motivation and encouragement. It also gives you the courage to ask me questions when you hear other people asking questions, or you might hear someone else ask a question that is relevant for you. I hear that happens all the time. So Sunday night chats, try to make them a priority. You don't have to give it your full attention. You can listen to the audio replay if that works better for you while you're doing something else. The second most important thing are the weekly mindset practices. These are about 10 minutes. And you know, I believe that your thoughts, the things that you're thinking, create your feelings, and your feelings create your actions. So it is entirely unfair for me to ask you to create a new action habit without helping you with a new thought habit. That's exactly what the weekly mindset practices are about. We're doing them in a restorative pose. You might want to have your journal nearby. I'm asking you this challenge to explore some questions. You can just think about it in your mind, or you can jot a few things down if you're a journaler. So Sundays, 10 minutes. That's all you have to commit to that. Then there are the daily challenges, Monday through Friday. These are less than 5 minutes long. We're going through the body in this challenge. Week 1 is intro and alignment basics. Then week 2 is lower body. Week 3 is middle body. Week 4 is upper body. Week 5 is gait mechanics. And week 6 is rest and relaxation. So the daily challenges are centered around those themes. If you can do the exercise once, great, fantastic. If you can do it multiple times throughout the day, if you can do 2 of them a week, remember, it's not like algebra. You don't have to have learned all the previous stuff in order to be able to do this. Hop in, do what you can. Be a bigger container for grace for yourself. Then there are a couple of weekly things. The first thing is there are alignment and anatomy. These are short chats, videos. These are short videos broken down kind of into topics based on the week's theme that help you with a little bit of the why behind things or give you some of the alignment basics. Those are super powerful if you're wanting to understand more about how your body works or more about some of the cues that I give you in the exercises. Again, I often will refer to these chats in the weekly chat, these videos in the weekly chat, and I'll kind of give you links for the ones that might be relevant to you, but they're short. So you can, again, fit those in as it works for you. And then there are mat classes every week. There are 2 kinds of mat classes each week, a more traditional practice that is longer, 20 to 30 minutes each week. And then there are stress buster videos. These are brand new this challenge. They are designed for you to do in the times when stress is mounting, you're having trouble getting kind of clarity or focus, and you have that inner signal to burn off some of that stress. Those are intensity, they're high intensity, they're not necessarily super challenging. I give modifications so that they can be accessible, but they are intended to get your heart rate up and help you burn off stress hormones. Short practices, you could do them in the middle of the day, in the morning, whatever works best for you. The last thing that is new this challenge that's included it's just 1 set for the entire challenge. Several of you have talked to me about wanting to create either a morning or an evening practice of not necessarily following a video, but instead of just having these are the poses, 3 to 5 poses I'm gonna do every single morning. Kind of roll out your mat and just have a few minutes with yourself. And I made a printable for you that I picked out exercises from this challenge, 1 set for the morning and 1 set for the evening. The printable has a quick image of it and then a description for how to do it. But the goal is for you to have that printable. There's links for the videos if you want to watch them one time if you're not sure, of course, and they're also part of the daily challenges. But that you would be able to kind of be in your own body, not even with my voice playing in the background, and that you could kind of tune in and connect with yourself, maybe in a quiet way. I think a lot of us are needing that right now. It's a ton of stuff. You don't need all of it. If you're not sure which parts you need or which parts you should focus on, that's my job. My job is to help you personalize this. This isn't a program where you're over there trying to figure it out on your own. We're connected. I want to help you. I want to know you. I want to know what's going on with you. Take a deep breath. The harder something is, the more it requires my softness. May we, over the next 6 weeks together, learn about expanding our definition of thriving and create for ourselves a kind of thriving that can happen regardless of what's going on in our lives, and a kind of thriving that helps us remain connected to our highest goals, priorities, and values, no matter what's happening around us. I am so grateful for you. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for being here, and please, please, please tell me how I can support you.